Hey everyone, welcome. This reading vlog, I'm going to do what I said I was going to do in my last reading vlog, which is I'm just going to be creating a belief system. I'm going to be writing some more. I've been really inspired to write. I feel like reading good writing just inspires you to write. And I've been reading Ursula Le Guin, you know, The Dispossessed, and it inspired me. Just learning about writing, learning about things gets me inspired, because sometimes I get into these states of like not feeling creative enough to write, or that my writing is even good enough. And then I literally was writing and it was just coming to me, you know, like I was like, oh, I need to write this. I need to like write this down. Anyway, you're probably like, girl, why do you look like you're about to go run a marathon? I'm going to a cafe to go write, and then after I'm going to a workout class. So why stop at home when the workout class is right next to it? I'm just gonna dress to go work out. Also, I've been drawing. I started a sketch for some more art for my book, so hopefully I'm gonna do more of that. But getting art done for your book, even just concepts, is really useful for like getting the vision. Really, it makes me think deeper of like, what am I actually gonna add into this story? Like, what is actually going into the design process? What are they gonna be wearing? What do their cups look like? What do the backgrounds look like? What is the environment? Because then it gives you more lore to build on, because I guess writing, you can not think about the little things in that room as much. And I guess like for me, I'm very like dialogue focused. Anyway, more drawing, more writing, more brainstorming. Let's get to it.
I am so excited because I am about to write the scene where my two main characters meet for the first time. I'm scared to mess this up. Like, I know the scene is coming up and I'm so excited for this. I think I'm so excited to write the rest of the story. I don't know if you guys feel this way about your stories, but like, you just want to get to a certain point. You're like, okay, exposition, yeah. Okay, we're locked in now. And I'm finally at that part. But I feel like that has left my first half of my story before these 4 chapters to be a little bit written fast. But I find myself just going back in and writing more. You know, it is my first draft, so I'm not gonna like do too much, but I feel like I'm definitely an underwriter. But now I feel like I'm in my element because I'm past chapter 3, which is definitely gonna have to be stretched out. Like this should be like chapter 6, 7. Actually, I don't know. We're still in the first half of my book. But I'm going to write some more, and then I think I'm going to do some brainstorming about things and belief systems and who believes what. Yeah, I'm finally at the point where my two main characters are meeting, so let's see how that goes.
Hey everyone, it is post-workout. Can you tell? I got some really good writing done, and I'm going to settle down for the rest of the day and hopefully do some more writing or plotting, brainstorming. I think I'm going to wash my hair and just write for the rest of the night. So I'm just on Freeform, and this is what I had very early on in my process of brainstorming. I'm going to make a new tab, and I'm going to start making a tree. I think it should be called belief system. Let's start with the truth, and then I'm going to write out the creation of my universe, how this works, and then I'm going to offshoot it from the truth of the story as to what the RE believe and what the humans believe. This is how much I've got. It's blurry because I don't want to give away my story. It is not all of it. Okay, I'm just writing the creation story here. I'm gonna break up the systems in here because I'm gonna also create systems of magic, which yeah, I have my magic system like in my head, but I need to write it out and how it relates to the conception of their universe. But it's interesting creating a world that isn't our own. So the things that are kind of left in the air and the questions that like about creation that can't be answered even in our world has to also be true in a fictional world. But if you're creating a world in the likeness of our reality in some semblance, there's going to be unanswerable questions if you ask enough questions. I'm just thinking if free will should be a tool in my book, or fully omniscience should be a tool in my book. The reason why I made this whole belief system thing is just, what do others believe in here? Because they will be faced with truth, you know, at the end of this duology, and that truth, what they do with it is the crux of the story. I haven't even gotten to politics yet. I guess their politics are baked in their beliefs. Like on the human side, if they're technology, I believe it'd be like a cyberocracy, right? The humans past and the Ari's future, with communication, those two things coming together will actually create an answer for these two races on this planet. Gosh, okay, I think my brain has had enough, so I'm gonna go relax and just turn off my brain and read something. Hello everyone. I did some more brainstorming and I've also done some more art. What should we talk about first? Maybe I'll just like try and conclude my brainstorming. I don't have a fully interconnected weave of belief systems yet. I feel like this is just going to take more time than I thought it was. Creating the belief story was a long process. I was writing that for a while, and honestly, I guess I was just trying to make it so logical that it couldn't make sense if this was a world made in the likeness of this world. We don't have all the answers to the world, so a creation story is just gonna have to be a creation story. It's not gonna make perfect sense. That's the point. But I feel like as I flesh things out, I might have to change more things in my story and how things work. Yeah, and what will be going in like the first book and then the second book, and how the twist works. I'm still trying to decide the timeline of events. I think that if there was a war between the human realm and the Ari realm, it would have to have happened way far long ago than recent. If these structures in both lands were going to be already fully established. So I'm just figuring out the more technical things about how that works. But anyway, I want to show you guys some of the concepts I've come up with for the art in my book. I have like quite a few pieces I've done now, but one that I did as just like a rough idea is this one. I'm not happy with it. I don't like it. But it serves its purpose. It's kind of the idea of
the mood and very bare bones idea of what I feel like the Sentinel would look like, which is, if you don't know, this AI that the humans in my novel worship, I guess, or look to this AI for answers. This is not by any means what it's actually going to end up looking like, just an idea concept. I also have the artwork that you guys have seen me work on, which is Syrian and Paige, the two main characters. I think I know where this moment lands. I think it's after there's an event going on, and I think it's them kind of getting away from the busyness of that event to find another moment between them, because just previous to this event, they had really overcome something together. So I think it's just them finding each other again in comfort here in this scene. Her looking on like this changes things, like things change from here out, and him seeking her out for that comfort. Anyway, I know that I really do want to keep the concepts of Paige's outfits, at least Paige's outfits, very extravagant and beautiful outfits, and I want her to acknowledge when someone is wearing something beautiful. She is a fashion artist. She loves to make dresses and outfits and just loves clothing and fabrics and colors, and so I always want her to notice that in writing. This is still the first draft. There is definitely a lot to change, and I just think that this journey is not going to be short. It's going to be a long journey, but I am open and willing to always bringing it to YouTube and, you know, not doing it alone. I love creating things with others. Creating is almost communal. Like when I see other people doing it, when I'm in spaces with people doing it, it's easier to do it yourself and inspires you to do it yourself. And I hope that these videos do that for others, because your story should be told. If you have a story and you've always known that you wanted to write, I feel like I'm at a good jumping point to now work off camera on more of my structures and get more writing done. I'm still very much in the first half of my novel. I think I have like 7,000 words. I am by no means someone that takes writing as like goals and sprints and things like that. I'm very much, it comes to me when it feels natural, but I would like to try and be a little bit more structured about it. So maybe I might do a writing routine, like follow an author's writing routine. There was one that I was kind of looking at that I was like, I feel like I could do this one. But a lot of these authors wake up at the very early. They wake up very early, okay? I might have to watch some videos about world building, because I am like so confused about how in depth do I go about this, because what is really being touched in a story. Like sometimes, yes, I love epic fantasy and deep, expansive world building, but if it's a duology, this doesn't have to be the magnum opus for me of world building. The belief systems, it's weird because you create these belief systems and it's like, okay, where do they get these beliefs from? And it's like, well, maybe it's within their society, what gods they would create for this belief system makes sense for their social structures, economical structures. That's how they would create XYZ religion or spiritual belief. And it's like, why that specific one? How touched on is certain things going to be explored? And so I just don't want to waste too much time with things. So I just need to just keep writing. Tangent. If you're someone that's also on your writing journey, consume so much, like about history, about sociology and structures and pillars in our society, how these things work, and like inspiration will like flood. Reading other stories, of course. So hopefully this video served its purpose for you. Anyway, yeah, so I guess I might end it here. I don't know how short this will be, but thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!